Castlevania series is my dearly beloved.
We don't care.
Specifically, the original Castlevania is another game that I hear, oh, it's so hard, it's so hard. I'm like, bitch! No, it's not. You're just bad. Once again, I'm going to be showing you through my gameplay and footage and sharing some tips and tricks on how to beat Castlevania 1 in pretty much like 20 fucking minutes. I'm not even kidding.
Stop the cap.
Just some general tips and tricks before we dive into it. The number one rule of Castlevania is keep the holy water. This thing is your best friend. Holy water, you want to get these multiplier items. How you get them is keep throwing your holy water at enemies and candles, and eventually you'll get up to 3 of them. So you can throw 3 holy waters at once. This is important for the strategies later. And lastly, you have unlimited continues in this game, so there's no reason why you can't brute force it. I mean, level 1 is the easiest level of the game. If you can't even beat level 1, there's no hope for you. First room's filled with zombies that go down in one hit. It's also full of these panthers, but you can either jump over them or just hit them, and you'll never see them again. Once you're in this room, there's a piece of meat in this wall, but I have a trick where you can actually skip the downstairs area. There's a below area with water and merman, but I don't feel like dealing with that shit. So if you line yourself up exactly in this spot, not 1 pixel to the left, not 1 pixel to the right because you'll fall off. If you're in the right spot, the bat will spawn at the correct altitude, and you can jump on him and get over the wall. Lastly, make sure you grab this invisibility potion and then grab the axe here, and then you're at the first boss, the vampire bat, and
How are you?
just spam axes at him. Easy.
Please help me.
Level 2 is also pretty easy, but there is 1 or 2 difficult sections. Beginning part, if you want to grab the holy cross in one of these candles, I plan on grabbing the holy water.
Don't care.
Make your way across this room. Now this is one of the most notorious enemies in the game, the Medusa heads, because of how they spawn indefinitely in some areas, and they're very obnoxious. They're not that hard, you just jump over them. Okay, this is probably the hardest room in this level. What you do is flip this guy. Now if you time this jump, you can actually jump on the Medusa and get knocked up. And skip that entire right section, piece of meat in this room. Now here you want to be careful because these things one-shot you, so time when you go. Also make sure you grab the holy water, make your way through here, and then this is the last room, grab this cross to nuke everything, and then grab Medusa, and once again, holy water is just that good.
Incredible. Hey, wanna listen to some tunes?
Wicked Child, the best song of this game. Things start to ramp up a little bit here. Hunchback or Fleeman are pretty damn annoying, but there's a trick to get rid of them in this level. As soon as they're about to jump, you despawn them by moving to the right. And they're gone. You can do that for the next 2, and there's also a piece of meat here. Now make sure when you get up here, you fall down and you don't jump, because if you jump from that block, a ghost will spawn and chase you. Make your way through this room, nothing difficult. Stay on the stairs if you want to avoid knockback from the crows. Alright, and this room's just full of Medusa heads, it's not terrible. Here, you just kind of whip the Medusa halfway up the stairs and get rid of the skeleton. Now this room's gonna be full of crows and the bone pillars. The bone pillar enemies, you can just spam holy water, because whip only, these guys will hurt your thumbs. You gotta whip the crows immediately, otherwise they might be able to fly and hit you and knock you into the pit. This is basically the final stretch, and you'll get Medusa heads and a bone pillar. But here we have the mummy boss.
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
You suck at Castlevania. Now you can camp on that block there where I hit the meat, but you don't have to if you want to grab the meat. And also, again, who would have thought holy water? No way.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Now level 4 is quite interesting. As soon as you fall, book it to the right. Keep going right, because you're on a timer where if you take too long, there's gonna be a bat that spawns on the platform you're riding, and he will knock you into the water. So keep making your way. There's gonna be mermans and bats spawning like every 5 seconds, I think. Alright, look, I only did it to make yourself feel better. Get to this platform, ride over. Be careful, the merman can fall on top of you because they can walk through the rocks or whatever up there. Then you're gonna make your way to the right, up these stairs. Now, this section is not too hard. Whip the Fleeman as soon as they land, but don't keep walking. You want to kind of stop right before you kill them, because there's a high probability they drop axes in this level, so you really don't want to get the axe. Trust me. You don't even have to kill this idiot, so just go in the door. There's a piece of meat in here, and these guys drop a lot of points or hearts, so feel free to kill them. Now we're at Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster and his henchmen. Trivia time. Will we A. use the holy water, B. use the holy water, or C. like and subscribe? Just kidding, yeah, you just want to stun lock his ass and whip him in the head so the fleeman can't move, and that's pretty much it for this guy. Oh boy, level 5. Definitely for the casual, this is gonna be the hardest level in the game, no doubt. First off, you can only take 4 hits in the entire level.
I beg your pardon?
While yes, there's 2 pieces of meat, just means if you get hit twice, you're already halfway dead. And one more thing, this is probably the only level where the holy water advice, you actually want to hold on to the holy water. The rest of the levels, you don't really need holy water, it just makes it easier, but like this level, I just say good luck to you. Anyway, to start off, make sure you kill these fleamen. There's a holy water in this candle. This is the only one in the entire level, so make sure you hold on to it with your dear life. Now make your way through here. These red skeletons won't die, so just whip them and they'll come back to life, but you can just walk past them. These axe knights take like 9 hits, so spam your holy water or whip, and they throw at 2 altitudes. They throw down or up. If they throw their axe up, you can actually duck under it, so just duck and whip. Keep going through here, another axe knight. There's gonna be a couple bone pillars in here, just make your way through. And when you get up here, this is the last piece of me in this level. Now this is the infamous hallway from AVGN. If you have holy water, this will be no issue. Simple, just keep the holy water.
And then what?
Now the whole reason why we need a holy water is because of right here. Death himself. So yeah, this is what you do to Death. I know, it's cheese, but guess what? Do you really want to fight him with the whip only?
Of course!
Since you definitely asked, I'm gonna reload the save state. Look, this is for educational purposes. I'm not using it to cheat the game. Now, I'll get through this hallway again, but guess what? I'm not going to use my holy water this time. I'm going to show you what it's like to fight him with the whip only. But it can be done. You just got to be aggressive as shit, and you got to hope the sickles and also Death don't move like idiots.
You wanna see me do it again?
Here we are, final level. Surprisingly easier than the previous level, but this is probably the hardest part of the level right here, because these bats are very obnoxious. Walk past this guy. You can either throw holy water if you still have it, or if you have an axe, throw it down. And then the stopwatch is very important, so grab it here. Now this bat, you can use stopwatch, or you can time your jumps. You jump just to the left of his wing hitbox. Make your way into here. Some skeletons. More skeletons. Last piece of me in the game, so make your way here. Make sure you're hitting these candles. You're gonna need a good amount of stopwatch ammo. Use the stopwatch if necessary. And then now in this section, you're also gonna have to use the stopwatch once or twice. And then once you're past that nonsensical room, you're at the final boss. And guess what? If your stupid ass dies at Dracula, you respawn here, even if you game over. Anyway, grab whatever you need. Gee, guess what? We're just gonna grab holy water again because it'll make Dracula easy. So the first form of Dracula is actually pretty tough because he takes 16 hits and you can only whip him to the head. The entire level you can only take 4 hits and you can only take 4 hits on this boss as well. Good luck.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing in my house?
First of all, you want to throw your holy water at his projectiles until you get the double multiplier. Then once you get the double multiplier, save your hearts. If you really want, you can grind the hearts by going down the staircase and up before the boss fight, but you don't need to do that. Anyway, keep whipping him in the head and make sure you're constantly moving because he teleports all over the place and sometimes he teleports in you, so you're gonna have to make a quick turn. Once you're past that, you have beaten Castlevania. That concludes the first game. Just kidding, he's got a second form, so...
It's hideous!
So with holy water, all you do is literally throw a holy water, whip him in the head, throw another one again, and repeat, because the double multiplier allows you to freeze him in place. If you only had one holy water, then he would have more time to be able to move and jump around. 2 completely locks him in place. Just continue the strat, and... Congratulations, you've been Castlevania. There's a...
Huh?
There's a what? There's a third form. I mean, if you think this game is hard, oh boy. No. In the next one, I'll cover another Castlevania game. Which one is for you to find out. Join me next time and thank you for watching.
Disgusting!